So it's Sunday and I'm just taking Rory out for a second to go to the bathroom, and I filmed and edited a bunch of videos yesterday, set them on my computer to upload overnight. I am supremely jealous of the people who say that it takes like 5-10 minutes to upload a YouTube video, because it has always taken me hours. But lately, as in like the past 2-3 weeks, our internet has been a lot slower and it's taking days. So I put 6 videos to upload overnight and only one of them was done in the morning. So they were going, at this point they've been going for 12, 13, 14 hours and they're at like 20-30%. It's ridiculous. I don't know if they'll be like ready in time for tomorrow, Monday, when the week starts. So, and that's the problem with Mena, is that AT&T is literally the only option. There's nowhere else to go, and I'm supposedly paying for better than average internet. It's nuts. Come on, Rory, come in. And yeah, it just sucks. Another small town living crappy thing. Yeah, and there's just nothing I can do about it. Literally, my least favorite thing in the world is wasting food. I just made these supposedly award-winning, found them on Pinterest, chocolate cheesecake cups that are supposed to be sugar-free. They have 2 things of cream cheese in them, some unsweetened cocoa powder, some sugar substitute, and they're just disgusting. And I should have made a half batch instead of a full recipe, but yeah, I just tried one, and I wouldn't feed these to Rory. They're gross, and I hate that I bought 2 packages of cream cheese to try to attempt these, and I have now wasted them, and I have to throw them in the trash now. They're gross. I wouldn't even like bring them to work and see if anyone else wanted them. They're objectively gross. I hate it when people put out recipes online. They're awful. It sucks. They also had gelatin in them, which I'm sure the people that made it either didn't have tongues or they thought it was fine. And obviously I have found a ton of amazing recipes online, way more than I've found sucky ones. It's just really disappointing when you like plan something, buy the ingredients for it, dirty all the dishes to make it, and then it's just the worst thing you've put in your mouth. I actually have a failed food board on Pinterest where I repost things that have been just the worst things ever. So, and I don't know if that helps or it hurts, that, because essentially I am repinning them, but I'm pinning them to a board called failed food. So hopefully people won't, well, I'm saying like, no, this is not okay. And I have it in my own board collection because I don't want to accidentally stumble across that recipe again and forget that I've made it and hated it and remake it. That would be even worse than this. So I have that on there. By the way, if you don't follow me on Pinterest, I'm at Go Budget Girl, like everything else. And there are a lot of really good recipes on there. There are a ton of really good recipes. But I do have a board that just has stuff that I've tried and it's been awful and I've had to throw away. And it makes me angry just because of the food cost and the food waste. And no fun. No fun at all. It also makes me like gun shy to try new recipes. But you gotta get back in the game, right? On Friday, I was wearing a knee-length skirt. Today, I'm freezing to death while defrosting all the ice off my car. Ah! Rory doesn't care, but I care. I'm cold. I'm extremely cold. Don't like it. It's making me sick. Ah! Biscuits. It's one of those mornings. It's a gas station biscuits and gravy morning. to my Canadian friends and people from other places that is not the American South, this looks disgusting, but is actually so good. Notice that the gravy is so thick, it's not even falling out. Ooh, biscuits and sausage gravy. American Southern tradition right there. I just got it places. I'm gonna put it in my belly. Ah, the smell of starch on starch, coated on starch. Such a thick mass that'll actually kind of gelatinify until you chop it up. Now I like chop the entire thing and kind of mix it until it's kind of like almost a biscuit and gravy soup, like a thick chunky biscuit and gravy soup, so every single piece of bread is entirely coated in gravy and has softened. It's the way I do things. Sometimes people just like eat it like biscuit topped with a little bit of gravy. I think that's an inferior way to eat this delicacy, but I am waking up just with the smell of that. This is gonna turn into like a 4-minute thing on biscuits and gravy, and I'm okay with that being on my channel and an accurate representation of me. Yeah, that's working. So I got a random call today. It was like one of those automated billing calls, and it was for the local medical clinic. And at first I thought like maybe it said it was for a local medical clinic. At first I thought it was like a scam because they said I owed like $90 or something, and I was like really sure that I didn't owe anything. And so I called the clinic and they said I didn't owe anything to them on file, but they sent me to the hospital billing, which does like lab work and stuff like that. And so I got over there and I talked to a couple of people. Fortunately, they were pretty nice. And apparently there was a thing caught up in the system from January of 2016 that I had some labs done, and there was this whole kerfuffle. And I remember going, because they kept sending me bills for like $900 for like some basic lab tests, like, you know, cholesterol, etc., anything that you do when you go to a new doctor and they just want to get an overall picture of your health, you know, stuff that should totally be covered. And so it got misfiled, and they tried to tell me I owed like $900, and I wasn't having that. So I went in and I was just like, can you please resubmit under this or that or the other thing, because there's no way this shouldn't be covered. My doctor ordered these standard tests, and there's just, you should cover them, come on. And apparently they went back in. They had to do it a couple of times. Fortunately, the woman I was working with was very nice. You know, be nice to people. Sometimes they'll be nice to you. And she had called me later and said that like it cleared, it got all through or something like that. Well, I talked to her today, and she said apparently it got like hung up in the system, and that a bill was supposed to be all but like $90 had been cleared through the insurance company, and that I was supposed to get a bill in like June of last year for that, but she couldn't see in her system where I ever got sent one. I didn't get sent one. I pay attention to things that ask me for money. And so I called her today, and she's like, yeah, you do owe this money. You can't refile anymore to try to get them to pay it, but if you come in and pay it, we'll give you, 25% off. So essentially like $70 instead of $90, and that's fine. I just want to get rid of it, get it away. I think it's dumb that standard blood test to test like my cholesterol and thyroid and all that stuff was not completely covered. Even though I'd already done like the copay and everything like that for it, and that is still haunting me a year later. And you can just get random medical bills for crap that happened literal years ago, and then you just can't do anything about it. But fortunately, I'm very lucky to have, a little bit of money. I can pull that out of my budget and pay it, and hopefully never see it again. I will make sure to get like receipts and crap so they can't try to bill me again later. But medical stuff sucks. Healthcare sucks in this country. I don't care who you are. I feel like if doctors and clinics and places like that actually just charged us, the consumer, a reasonable fee instead of jacking it up so high for insurances and then having to constantly do that battle between insurances of what they'll cover and what they won't cover. And so the doctors have to jack it up even higher, and it just ends up screwing the consumer so much. Hey guys, so I wanted to show you something I think is kind of cool. I rarely have this out because I don't want to ruin it, but I made this quilt. I actually kind of think of it as this is the reason that I don't usually have it out. I actually kind of think of this as my unemployment quilt. When I got laid off in Columbus from my newspaper, I needed something kind of active to do with my hands, and I had all these t-shirts from roller derby and pig fest, and this one's actually from high school and from college. This one's from college, that one's from college, that one's from high school, class of 06. So I had a lot of t-shirts, and I was kind of retiring the whole t-shirt thing. That one's from roller derby. That was a teammate of mine. And no, I didn't go to the British West Indies. Vince and Beth went, and they brought me back this t-shirt. And I did a warrior dash. I was on the forensics team in high school. So all of these are from, you know, my social club in college and what I did right after college, and a little bit of high school mixed in there. And I decided to make a t-shirt quilt because I saw online how to make them, and they didn't look that hard. It was super hard. It cost way more money than I thought it did. But at the end of the day, I have this cool quilt. And I didn't completely ruin it. Yeah. It's, I think it looks okay. It looks nice. I wish I had done some, like, pillowcases to match it. But yeah, I had to, Rory got a little sick. And I had to bring my comforter last night to the laundromat real late. And when I brought it back, it wasn't completely dry. So I pulled this out and put it on my bed to just have something warm to sleep under tonight. And it made me kind of miss it. And I thought I'd share it with you because y'all might not have seen these before. You probably didn't. But yeah, this was my roller derby name, by the way. Snarlin', like Dixie Darling, and my number was 2. And yeah, all this stuff. Troubadours was the social club I was in college. All that. So, a little about me.